Warning, the following content you're about to watch is really cringy and sounds like a third grader introducing a science project. Please sit back and relax and hope you enjoy.
Hello everyone! So, y'all really seem to enjoy the last introduction video to my little Bug Buddies project, so in return I give you the part 2 to the last video. This video will go more in depth of what the game and story will tie all together into one basically. This will explain the overall cutscenes, mini-games, and game itself. So strap in, cause you are in for a nice chocolate-covered cricket treat. The game will start off with you, aka the player, in your house watching TV. You suddenly get a phone call from your boss, aka Amber Pierce, the owner of the Bug Buddies theater show. She explains to you that you need to fill in for her as the night guard due to her being quote-unquote busy, and that all the other employees don't want to get the job done because of the strange behavior from the animatronics recently. You argue with her for a little bit, and she basically pulls a Benson on your ass and says,
"I don't want to hear it! Do it or you're fired!"
You reluctantly agree and hang up the phone, very pissed off. You then get your ass up and then go to the Bug Buddies theater show. You then get a cutscene of the player in the car driving over to the Bug Buddies theater show. This will then kind of show the credits in a way, showing everyone who helped make the game. When you finally make it to the Bug Buddies facility, you find the last worker. They'll be your phone guy and helper in explaining what to do. They give you the keys, and they get out of the building and instantly call you. As you roam around the facility entering each room, the worker proceeds to give you some backstory on what the Bug Buddies facility is, and when you enter each room, they give you a short little summary on each of the animatronics. After you get done with the free roam, you find your office, and that's when the night starts. Okay, now that we have all that out of the way, let's begin with the gameplay. In your office is a giant entrance, vent, monitor, window and curtains, and one animatronic in there, that being Louis the Ladybug. Each animatronic will have their very own game mechanic that tie into other mechanics. The monitor has a night vision mode that you need to keep on in order to see everything, and unfortunately it makes a lot of noise, luring the animatronics towards you. Now let's start with the animatronics and their mechanics. Starting off with the four main characters, Arlo, Bruce, Cassie, and Spencer. Bruce and Cassie work in a similar type way to Withered Foxy. For Bruce, you shine the flashlight repeatedly on him until he moves. Cassie, on the other hand, you have to hold the flashlight until they move on. Spencer works like Jollibee's Phase 2 animatronics. Once they enter your office, you have to hide under your desk immediately. He will then try to reach under your desk trying to grab you, or you have to avoid his hand. Arlo the Ant works just like Jollibee and Jollibee's. When in the hallway, you need to immediately turn off your office light. This will make the room pitch black, making Arlo think no one is in there. For Louis's mechanic, remember how I said that there's a monitor in your office? Well, when you use that monitor, it also emits noise, and so does the night vision mode. So this means you need to minimize the amount of time you use the night vision mode and the monitor itself, otherwise Louis will then wake up and destroy your monitor. Bailey the Butterfly and Fritz the Flower work in almost similar ways, but also different. Fritz works a little bit like Springtrap, where you need to use audio lures on the cameras, which will send him right back to the daycare. Though, you only have 5 per night, so you need to use them sparingly, otherwise he will then crawl on your vent, resulting in him entering your office. Bailey works by putting on a fake performance on her stage. This will make her think it's daytime, so therefore will not attack you, instead will go into her daytime mode. If you don't keep it constant, she will immediately enter your office. Now earlier, I mentioned that behind you, there was a glass window and curtains. On the other side of the window is a parts and service room, and inside is a withered animatronic, that being Dismantled Bee. Just like Blank from Five Nights at Candy's, once the bee reaches its 5th stage, right next to the window, you need to close the curtains until it reaches back to either one of its earlier stages or in the beginning stage. If you don't close the window, it will result in the bee breaking your window and then getting into your office. Now that I have all the animatronics and their mechanics out of the way, let's get into the mini-games. After each night, you'll be given a task. Each of these tasks will, and my girlfriend just texted me, give me 1 second. What the fuck? Anyways, as I was trying to say, after each night you'll be given a task. Each of the tasks will have you dealing with an animatronic. Night 1 will have you reorganize the shelf in the kitchen with Louis the Ladybug. Night 2 will have you set up a party in the spider cave with Spencer. Night 3 will have you test an arcade machine in the arcade with Bailey the Butterfly. Night 4, fix the playset in the daycare with Fritz the Flower. And Night 5, sleep the dining room with Bruce, Cassie, and Arlo. After each minigame, you will go home and start the next shift. Go follow my TikTok account now!